Hello everybody, it is February 9th, 2015. Well, today I'm going to do a video on my first month driving for Uber. I've been driving about 6 weeks now, but I wanted to do a video on my first month and some of my experiences. I'm going to talk about the earnings a little bit, some opportunities that were presented to me while driving for Uber, two best rides, my two worst rides, a couple things that I really like about Uber, and a couple things I dislike. So first off, I wanted to talk about the earnings. I made about $170 a week during January. That's with tips. Now mind you, I still have my full-time job, so I just did this part-time. A couple weeks I worked Monday night after work for a few hours. I worked a couple Friday nights for about 4 or 5 hours. I tried not to work past 11 or 12 because I don't want to mess with the drunks, have people puking in my car. So I tried to, finish up by about 11. I worked one Saturday, and my best guess is that I averaged about $20 an hour. I didn't keep track exactly how much I was driving, how many hours, but I kind of rough estimate. It was about $20 an hour, which is not too bad for a little extra income. That's after paying Uber and my gas. Yeah, my wear and tear on my car's not figured into that, so maybe that'll take it down to 17 or 18. Figure in tires and everything, miles on the car. I had a few opportunities which normally I wouldn't have had if I hadn't been driving. I live way out in the valley now, so I get off work in Pleasanton, and I found myself working in Castro Valley and over in San Leandro, where I was able to visit my dad a little more. So that was a nice opportunity. And then I was working in Hayward, and I drove by the cemetery where my grandparents are, my mom's parents. That's where I really missed my grandparents. And anyhow, I'm not getting into all that now. I just was happy with the opportunity that was presented while I was driving right by it. I just stopped, and it was really nice. So, being out and about has presented some opportunities which made me very happy. I had $90 in tips for the month. You're going to find out why here in a minute. Half of that was one tip. So my two best rides were my long rides. I had a couple long rides. One, Livermore to San Francisco. It was a $75 fare. Uber took 15, so I left with 60 bucks. It was about a 40-minute ride. So I get, gas on that. It's like $3, $4. It's not a lot of money with the TDI. So that was a nice ride. I made, like 70 bucks an hour or more during that time I was driving. And then I had another ride, Livermore to Stockton, which was a 55-minute ride. It was $90 fare. So I got a little under 70 bucks after Uber's fee and the gas. So that was nice as well. My two worst rides, one came at like 11 at night. I had 3 guys from New York. We're at this little casino in Livermore. It was, a little tiny casino. I didn't even really know it was there. I picked them up, and then we're getting on the highway, and he's telling me about this $100,000 car he just bought, the one guy in the back seat. And they're telling how good tippers they are and this and that. So we're going along, and the guy in the front was pretty drunk. The guys in the back were not so much. So we get going, and the GPS has me get off the freeway, and then it has me get back on. And it said Sacramento, where I was getting back on. And it was really San Ramon. I just had to go up a couple miles on on 680 freeway. So I start going up, and the guy starts screaming. He's like, "No, don't get on here. This is the wrong way." And he starts screaming at me, and I, "Sorry, dude, we're already going. This is the way the GPS told me to go." And he's like, "F the GPS," and this and that. So he's getting all pissed. And I was like, oh man, I couldn't wait till that ride was over with. So we get on the freeway, and here we go. And he knows his turnoff is Canyon, something Canyon. So the first turnoff we come up to is Bollinger Canyon, and then it's Crow Canyon. Well, at Bollinger Canyon, he starts screaming again. "This is it! Get off here! Right here!" And he's heckin' screaming at me, and And I was looking at the, I was taking him to a hotel, and I was looking at the GPS, and it was telling me to get off on Crow Canyon. It was right near there. And so he starts banging the windshield with his hand and just going all crazy. I just wanted to give him an elbow in the head, but no, I had to do everything to keep my cool. I didn't even really say anything to him. I had no idea what the guy was going to do. He was flipping out. And so, you know, I have some pepper spray ready to go. I didn't really want to bust that out. We could have had some craziness on the freeway. But I just tried to keep my calm, hoping he didn't like grab me or the wheel. Because we were doing about 65. And I just couldn't wait to get these guys out of the car. It was the worst ride that, you know, that I had to deal with. So anyway, we get off and they get out. And the guy behind me, Mr. Big Tipper, hands me $5. It was like a $25 fare. And then he hands me $5. I'm thinking to myself, oh yeah, you're a real big tipper. And so I was just like, yeah, I'm thinking to myself, just get the hell out of here. I just want to get away from you guys. And then as the other quiet dude in the back gets up, he drops $40 on the passenger seat where the crazy dude was sitting. So that kind of made it worth what I had to deal with. You know, nice $45 tip for a little 20-minute ride, but not really. I would have rather not had the ride, not had the $40, but so that was the worst I had to deal with. I had another guy who got sick, wanted me to pull over, and this was like at 7 p.m. I mean, it's not dealing with the 2 a.m. drunks. And he just fell sick. I don't know, whatever. He went on the side of a building, came back. This was probably the oldest rider I had all month. It was probably his mid-50s. He felt bad, so he handed me a 20 spot when I dropped him off. So anyway, I had one other bad ride. I had Oakland Airport. It was my first ride at the Oakland Airport. I had a text, and the guy was telling me to pick up this woman. He was from a limousine company, and he didn't want me to show her my phone. He's like, hide your phone. I don't need her to know you're driving for Uber. And it's just, the whole thing seemed weird. And so you know, afterwards I understood what was going on. I figured, all right, I'll just go ahead and try this out. I swing around the Oakland Airport. I can't find the lady. So then I'm on the phone with the guy again. I'm like, who in the hell am I looking for? He's Southwest, whatever. I don't know what the hell the lady looks like. So he says she's got a pink scarf. Okay, well, if he would have told me that the first time, it'd be a little easier. So I swing around again. You know, the sheriff tells me you can't stay here, so I have to go around again. And so the lady's so pissed when she finally gets picked up. And it wasn't a black car like she was expecting, because her flight was late, so she didn't get the guy who was supposed to pick her up couldn't wait, I guess. I don't know what it is. So this guy just calls an Uber at the limousine company and has her pick her up. So I get there, I put her luggage in the back. She's hella pissed off. She's like, I should have just gotten a cab. And she's hella mean to me. And she got in a car and she didn't say anything to me the whole way from Oakland to San Francisco. And I was glad I, you know, put the phone away, because I didn't want to deal with her going, what, you work for Uber, blah blah blah, because she probably paid $150 to the limo company, and here, you know, Uber's paying me, or paying like a $65 fare for me to take her. So he just wanted to make his money. But she starts, oh, she does say one thing in the car. She says, where's the name placard thing? Where's the name tag? Oh, you're supposed to have a thing with my name on. I said, I'm sorry, ma'am. I was not made aware of that. And so since she just shut up, and it was really uncomfortable, and I didn't feel like I had to deal with that. So that was kind of a weird thing I had to deal with. I wanted to mention two of my favorite things about Uber. Number one's got to be the freedom to work when I want and for how long I want. I mean, I can just turn it on, give 1 or 2 rides, or I can work all day, or can work a long day, whatever. The freedom to work when I want, that's the greatest thing about it, in my opinion. And in a weird kind of way, it's kind of exciting to me, because you don't know where you're going until you pick the person up. You don't see their destination until they get in the car and you pick them up. I guess Uber does that so that you can't see, well, oh, well, this is just going to be like a little $5 ride. I don't want to do that one. Skip it. So you don't know where they're going until they get in the car. So, I mean, to me, in a little way, that's kind of exciting, because I've had people get in the car and they're like, we're going to San Francisco. So on a Monday night, I call my wife, hey, I'm in the city. You know, it looks pretty cool. Lights on the bridge, everything. I didn't even expect to be over there. So Yeah, it's kind of fun in a way. A couple things I don't like. Not knowing where I'm headed is kind of exciting, but it also has its challenges because I can end up, you know, real far away from home, like a couple hours away from home, because of where I'm working is about an hour away from my house. So that, you know, it's like a double-edged sword, that not knowing where you're going thing. Anyhow, the other thing is ending up in San Francisco or downtown Oakland, I have to turn off the app and get back to San Leandro or Castro Valley. I don't like being in the city. It's just, especially San Francisco, I don't want to pick anyone up there. There's too many one-ways. I know the city a little bit, but I don't want to pick people up there. The bad thing about that is I could make a lot more money if I drove over there because it's always surging. Almost all the time it's surging 2 times the rides, but I just don't. I have a feeling I might get an accident over there. The chance is a lot higher than working in the valley, so I just don't take rides in the city or downtown Oakland, you know, another city, decent-sized city situation with the one-ways and all that. So that's something I don't really like, but once I'm out of there, I turn the app back on. So overall, everybody, I'd tell anybody to go ahead and give it a try. I wouldn't get a car to do Uber with. You know, if you have a car, make sure it's a car at least gets 35, 40 miles to the gallon. You know, a lot of guys use Prius. I use my turbo diesel. And that's about it. I just want to let you know, give you a little breakdown on my first month. I'm not sure how this is going to work going forward, but you know, I plan on continuing to do it.